So our phone, whether we tried to call the front desk or the operator, it just goes to a super fast busy signal. So the phone wasn't really working. Well, it just wasn't working, I guess. So we used our cell phone to call for a late checkout last night. When the operator asked, like, okay, what's the problem? Not like that, but a slight hint of like annoyance, no big deal. But I immediately am like, oh, no. You got to be super meek and really like humble these days. It's really not about the customer anymore. Just calling for a late checkout. And then her tone changed real nice. Like, oh, well, that won't open up until tomorrow at 8 a.m. So we're calling for a late checkout, but then you have to wake up at, 8 a.m. to see if you could check out late, which isn't too bad since we were getting up to work, at 7:30 anyway. But, I went downstairs while she was working. Scratch that. I called again this morning instead of going downstairs. I called the operator and I asked about, late checkout for today, and they said, we have you down a complimentary noon checkout. So almost like they already had it down for that without me having to ask. Not sure, but that was the deal. So that's good. We got the late checkout. But yeah, just a little unfortunate that like the phone didn't work, Could be a kind of a big thing. Got some USB ports here. Outlet there. Outlet and 2 USB ports there. Not an outlet. I guess that is internet. A couple outlets here. These outlets and USBs on the desk. That's awesome. No outlets there, no outlets there. The safe. There you go. This is kind of cool. Could fit my laptop in here. Pretty standard size laptop. Not on the smaller sides, but you could fit. It's pretty safe to say you could fit any ginormous laptop in here and stack them up, so that's good. And the other drawers, standard drawers. There we go, all the way out. I was hoping to maybe find a refrigerator in here too. So no refrigerator, but also no minibar, so that's good. Because seriously, minibar? As far as glassware is concerned, you get a couple of these type of cups wrapped in plastic. So yeah, at least they're clean, but I think actual glasses is both a nice touch and really an indicator to some extent of the level of fancy pantsness in a hotel. TV, not that big, and this is not that old of a hotel, so I'm pretty sure when this hotel opened, when the D was built, I'm probably wrong, but pretty sure that they had access to bigger TVs for, not that much money. Pretty small. Let's see, just for comparison, pair of glasses here. Can't really tell, maybe a 23-inch, 25-inch, pretty smaller, not really sure. But yeah, really not that big. I would imagine any new rooms these days would have at least a 55-inch TV, since they're pretty much $100 now. A lot of room on the wall too. Don't have to just stand it up on the desk. Here you got this. If you do the whole double room thing. As far as the view, you have that kind of that meshy stuff, so you could see the hotel sign on the outside. You know, when you have that, the pictures and the signs that cover the windows and everything, you know, it looks pretty cool and all that. But then when you're inside, if you wanted to, you know, you can still see things, but it's just not going to be a super clear view. Your eyes adjust, but you definitely can't really be recording anything, as you see here. Pretty obstructed. Here's the view of the Fremont experience for us. That's where it starts, right there. There's a Slotzilla launching pad. So it's not this bad. The camera's just focusing on the nutting. So when you're here in person, you know, it's a little bit better of a view. Curtains. Here's one. A lot of times you see kind of two. I don't know what the name is. She knows the name for everything. All right. So super bright, sunny desert day. As far as blackoutness is concerned, you know, not too bad. So would you say the towel situation was satisfactory, right? Like, what was it, like 3 towels, 4 towels, like full-size towels?
2 full-size towels.
Huh?
2 full-size towels.
2 full-size towels only? Okay,
Or 2
can't remember.
beds.
So 2 towels only. We're here for 2 nights, and there's 2 of us. And then you have the little towels, of course. And they have the actual bathroom products in the little container thingies, which is awesome, instead of that public dispensary thing. But you know, it's pretty much as rock bottom of quality bathroom stuff as you could, you know, really imagine. Even the shower gel was watery. It felt like only so much trust in that. Just using that for my feet and busting out our own soap. And the germ juice du jour that we spray down everything we touch in a room whenever we're staying at a hotel. We'll have to show that procedure in other videos, but probably seems a little obsessive, but I don't want any gross germs, because who knows what they're really cleaning. It's enough that there's carpeting and not a hardwood floor, and I don't see anyone with a shampooer ever in a hotel. Actually, not even a vacuum all the time. So who knows? Obviously, don't walk barefoot on a hotel carpet. You're not a savage.